Here's everything that happened in America in the last 12 hours. Russia said Ukraine must withdraw from the Donbass as trilateral talks with U.S. and Ukrainian officials began in Abu Dhabi. Kyiv says it won't sign any deal that formally cedes occupied territory. ICE removed about 50 detainees from the Cumberland County Jail in Maine and canceled its contract with the facility. The move came after the sheriff publicly criticized ICE's tactics during a recent arrest. Officials say the Trump administration is considering a naval blockade to stop oil imports to Cuba. No decision has been made, but a cutoff could deepen Cuba's fuel shortages and heighten regional tensions. DHS says ICE has launched Operation Catch of the Day in Maine, targeting about 1,400 people for arrest and deportation. Advocates say the sweep has spread fear, and families are scrambling to locate relatives. People familiar with the matter say President Trump is privately worried the Minnesota protests are hurting his immigration message. The unrest has intensified as federal agents expand ICE operations in the state. U.S. Southern Command says it struck a suspected narco-trafficking vessel in the Eastern Pacific on Friday. 2 people were killed and 1 survived, and the Coast Guard was notified to start a search and rescue effort. DHS has paused planned terminations of FEMA disaster response workers as a massive winter storm moves toward the U.S. FEMA activated its National Coordination Center and is pre-positioning supplies and teams across multiple states. President Trump said the U.S. wants expanded access to military bases in Greenland and called it critical for Arctic security. Danish and Greenland officials pushed back, saying the island's status isn't up for negotiation. A group of Senate Democrats broke with party leaders on a short-term DHS funding package, complicating talks to avert a shutdown. The split raises uncertainty as lawmakers race against the funding deadline. Vice President J.D. Vance used a speech in Mexico City to defend the administration's abortion restrictions and rollbacks of DEI programs. He also criticized transgender policies, signaling a tougher line in U.S. diplomacy.